Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the 40K Cafe, and thank you, 11, for the request on Kargos Bloodspitter. For starters, at the very beginning of the Great Crusade and the Horus Heresy, Kargos was an apothecary for the World Eaters. Here, he would not only serve as Primarch Angron, but would eventually be inducted into the 8th Company, to which he would serve directly under the Captain Karn. Now, amongst the World Eaters, it was very common practice to go on and spar and take battle amongst each other in the arena of the Conqueror. This was the flagship of the World Eaters, and it is also where Kargos would earn his nickname, the Bloodspitter. He earned this nickname by developing this bad habit that whenever he would personally take part in the arenas, he would spit blood into the eyes of his opponents. Although Kargos was World Eater to his bones, he uncharacteristically had a sense of humor and wit to him that he would constantly use to calm his brothers out of the madness that was incorporated via the Butcher's Nails. When it came time to the Great Purging of Ishvan III, where the traitorous factions would remove the loyalist members amongst their ranks, Kargos would end up joining the side of his Primarch and the rest of his traitor kin. Fast forwarding to the Siege of Terra, Kargos had fully succumbed to the Butcher's Nails and madness that infected his legion. In the aftermath of the Siege of Terra, he was the one to personally discover the broken and beaten body of Karn. Regardless of the fact that his apothecary tools were long broken and that he had succumbed to madness, he would rescue his 8th captain and bring him back to the World Eaters. As the Siege of Terra would rage on, Kargos would come to blows with one of his sword brothers, Nasir Amit. The two would trade blows, Nasir Amit coming out as the victor and mortally wound Kargos. But despite his injuries, Kargos would survive and actually escape Terra. Sometime during or after the Great Scouring, Kargos, who had fully succumbed to the madness within him, would end up slaying another World Eater's captain, taking charge of his company and his warband. After taking charge of the warband, we're not really given an idea how, but Kargos would ascend to become a champion of Khorne. After this, not much is known about Kargos. His last place of note is assisting Karn at the Battle of Scalathrax. At most, we can assume that he hasn't been slain and is still wreaking havoc amongst the loyalist dogs of the Imperium. Thank you again, 11, for the request. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you want to hear next, and as always, remember to follow for more.